Gator. Nice to see you all. If you're new here, um, please, if you guys pop in while I'm talking, feel free to drop a comment. I'll make sure I read them and say hi. But you know, the training video didn't go as planned this morning. There was still a lot of crawdad mounds, so I had trouble with my footing. And guys, I have not been able to train in a couple of weeks. I'm old. I don't breathe so well. Forgive me for it not being so great. And I also have to figure out a better camera angle for you guys. So maybe get a microphone so y'all can hear me, but I'll figure all that out. I thank you all for everybody who tuned in and enjoyed the video. Thank you all that tuned in and enjoyed Morning Mojo today. We had a good turnout. I hope we have another great turnout today on Afternoon Hangouts. So let me know, guys, when y'all come in. I'll repeat this whenever people start showing up. But let me know, you guys, when y'all come in, if y'all want to have me do it here in the bedroom or in the living room. If we do it in the living room, we'll be doing it with my shuck. But that's up to you guys. I always try to give you guys decisions. It makes things interesting is what it does, for you guys and for me. So far, we haven't had anybody pop in, but if you're new to the show and you catch this live, guys, like and subscribe, hit the bell icon. I make 3 live videos a day, and I make multiple other videos throughout the day a lot of times. Sometimes I don't get around to it, but my name is Clint Gage, aka Gator, or the Smiling Swamp Rat, as some people have put it. And what I do is I take care of a handicapped man. He's paraplegic, and I'm schizophrenic epileptic. So we're 2 disabled men trying to take care of ourselves and his wife and daughter. I clean the house and yard for him. He does the cooking and the dishes, and he likes to be independent, guys, and so we don't argue with him about it. Besides, he'd knock the snot out of us if we did. But I hope that some people start popping in here soon. We're 2 minutes in. What's up, Connor? How you doing, brother? Welcome to Afternoon Hangouts. We're just chilling in the RV right now. My buddy's taking a nap, so I can't do any work inside. And he really doesn't want me burning anything outside right now. So we're just having a good old chill session for once. It's not often I get a break during the day. Oh, man. It's been a busy morning, though, guys. Like I said, thank all of y'all who went and checked out the training video. I know it wasn't the best. I've got to get the angle right and everything like that. Oh, yeah, I was just talking to nobody, Bubba. But I'm kind of used to it. Not only that, but some people take and tune into these lives after they've been posted. Oh, thank you, Foxy. It's a lot better when I have a shield, because then I'm not off balance. I'm a little off balance without my shield. But my last one, my dad left outside, and it got termites in it. And I was so upset. Because I worked hard on making that shield, and it just got destroyed. But we will be making a new one, or we will be purchasing a new one. I don't know which one's going to happen first. But anyway, guys, I want to thank all of y'all who tuned into Morning Mojo too, guys. That was an amazing Morning Mojo. We had a great day. Thank you, Foxy. Thank you, Connor D. Both of you guys, I believe, showed up to Morning Mojo. Next time, guys, I'll have a better angle for you guys. Buckle shield. Oh, yeah. A buckler shield is not a bad idea. I actually have a website where I could purchase one real quick for about $40, but it's good steel, and I've seen it actually used in training. What's up, Pat Connors? Welcome to the group. You know, anybody wants to join in and say hi, I give everybody I see that's new a shout out. You know, even if you ain't new, you get a shout out. You know, the only people who don't are people who are being rude. You know, we like peace, love, and unity in this group. And guys, it's a beautiful day. It's been a wonderful morning. You know, we had a good training session. My arm isn't so tingly today. We had a wonderful morning mojo. We've done a lot of good work today for my friend. We've gotten a lot of his laundry that he needed done. And trust me, he goes through a lot of laundry, guys. And it's not his fault. It's because of his handicap. And that and his daughter changes 12,000 times a day. You're almost at 100 subs. Congratulations, Foxy. Congratulations, my little girl. You know, that's awesome. Because, dude, once you hit 100, if you keep at it and you post a lot of shorts and then do a few lives, you know, you'll make it. You'll start getting a lot of subs. You're all welcome. Hey, my Jen, what's up, baby girl? You know, I'm glad to see you here. We're just sitting here chit-chatting. I was thanking everybody who showed up to Morning Mojo and made it such an incredible show. You know, if you're new here, guys, you know, please like and subscribe, or at least just like. It helps us with the algorithm, guys. And you know, it would be a wonderful thing if you would subscribe and come join the nights, because we try to make the world a better place, one little kind act at a time. Oh yeah, I think I think your autocorrect got you there, my Jen. Yeah, I think it got you good. For those of you who don't know, a good old glass of sweet tea. Of course, what Texan wouldn't be, right, without a good old glass of sweet tea? You know, spell check. Yeah, spell check gets us all, man. If I'm voice texting, oh my gosh, does it mess with me, guys? You know, I have trouble typing sometimes because my hands shake, which is weird because when they're not shaking, they're drawing, and they draw really well. A lot of people here have already seen it, so I'm not going to whip it out. But if you want to see it and you're new to the show, please go on ahead and drop a question and say, hey, can I see some of your artwork? And then I'll have no problem showing you guys. But unless that happens, I'm not going to repeat what I've been doing, guys. You know, I've been showing them off a lot, and I don't have any brand new ones just yet that I've finished. So I've been showing the same old pictures. It's not easy to get time when you're taking care of a 3-person family, you know, especially when you have to take care of yourself in the process. It's not always, you don't always have you time. I mean, you can ask my Jen. You know, there's a lot of times we try to have alone time with each other because, you know, we are dating. And it makes it really difficult because I'm constantly busy until about 9 o'clock, you know, and it's because when you're taking care of a 3-person family and you're basically an unpaid butler, you know, they call me Alfred. Oh, thank you, Game Kick. Thank you so much. Welcome to the Knights of the Holy Rose Sanctum. Yeah, we get a lot of interruptions, guys. We got some interruptions during the training video today. It was kind of funny. My sister was like, "You're hurting my tree." And I'm like, "I'm sorry. I'm trying not to." Welcome to the stream. Please like and subscribe so we can reach 500 subs. Yeah, that's our goal, guys. At 500 subs, I'm going to start creating a merchandise store where we're going to sell hats just like mine and t-shirts with my logo, the logo for the Knights of the Holy Rose Sanctum, and we're going to be selling walking sticks to start with, guys. Eventually, we're going to get to the point where I'm asking people if you have some, get in contact with me on here on YouTube on one of my videos. If you have any railroad spikes, get in contact with me and you can donate them to me. And one of those railroad spikes will be a free night for you. You know, so that's always something. If you provide me with material, I'm going to make you a knife, or I'm going to make you a blade of some sort. You know, so if you guys want to take and donate those, just let me know in the comments and I'll definitely get back to you. Oh yeah, I know you've seen that one. What you doing, Anish? I want a walking stick with Nordic runes. That's actually my specialty. You know, it depends on the rune that you put on there, depends on what the walking stick is for. So I usually do walking sticks that give people peace, prosperity, guardianship, protection, things of that sort. In fact, I have one right now, right here. It's covered in copperhead skin. And as you can see, there's Norse runes drawn into it. And I've carved some of the giveaway ridges for them so that I can use my wood burner on them. But unfortunately, my wood burner burned out. So I've got to get a new one. You have a great day there too, Pat. Oh yeah, Foxy, I can easily make you one. That's no big deal. In fact, my first 500 nights, they're going to get a walking staff. You know, that's not a big deal. All you got to do is just order yourself a t-shirt for the Knights of the Holy Rose Sanctum. And then when you order that t-shirt, I got your address and I'm going to send you a walking staff at the same go, you know, to show that you're one of the first 500 knights, you know, and that's just the plan that I got going on because, guys, I don't pay anything for the walking sticks other than my own time. You know, but I'm going to have to pay for the t-shirts and I'm going to have to pay for the hats. So those are for sale. But my walking staffs, they will be for sale on the site. But, oh, I can give you a shout out. Okron, I guess. Sweetie, if you subscribed, Foxy, you're already a knight. Amazing Amanda, how you doing? But yeah, Okron, I guess that's how you can say it. But I always try to give everybody a shout out. Sorry I was gone for a minute there. But I had to tell people a few things. But yes, we will have walking staffs for sale on the website too. But all of my knights that are the first 500, you know, they actually get a walking staff for free with the purchase of a t-shirt, you know, because you're going to have to, unfortunately, we're treating it like paying your dues. When you buy your t-shirt, that's when you get your staff for free. Oh, I'm doing great there, Amazing Amanda. This is Hangout with Gator, as you saw from the title. I just like to sit here and hang out, meet new people. I live in an RV in the middle of suburbia. And I get bored. I'm from Southeast Texas, but that's as much as I'm going to give you. You know, you're in Washington State. I lived there for about a year, actually. It was a lot of fun. I lived in Tillicum. Got to camp on the side of Mount Rainier. That was awesome. There was nobody around for miles. Oh, yeah, sure. I'm just going to say power. No offense. I'm a white boy. I ain't got that right. I would like to donate some money if I had any. Man, I wish y'all could, but I think they lost my Cash App card in the mail, which is what I've been waiting on. So, guys, I'm going to go on ahead and reapply for a new card and get a new card coming in. And that way we can try to go on ahead and be able to finally take donations. But it's okay if you can't donate anything, man. You can always join the Knights and do small acts of kindness. If you subscribe and just do small videos where you're doing little random acts of kindness, then you're officially part of the Knights and you're doing something to help make the world better. You know, so you don't have to donate, guys. All you got to do is just show yourself doing something kind. for somebody that you don't know. And that makes the world a better place. Oh, yeah, I wasn't going to shout him out. Spokane, okay. Oh, thank you. Southeast Texas is real gorgeous. If you go back and look, I have a live session where I was out in Little Pine Island Bayou, which is where I grew up at. And you get to see the swamps and everything I grew up in, and they are absolutely gorgeous. The palmettos were in full growing season. The water was beautiful. The fish were moving. We even had a bullfrog say hi. You have Cash App? All right. Yeah. I'll just say I love. I'll call you out there. I love. You know, you trying to get me to say something bad, but it ain't gonna happen. Thank you, amazing Amanda. Welcome to the Nights. Do you remember if I met you on Fishing Channel and Nikki's channel? LOL. You know, I meet so many people on other people's channel that honestly I forget. You know, guys, my medications that I take for my schizophrenia and epilepsy, they cause some memory problems. So, oops, if I did. But, you know, it's awesome to have you here. And welcome to the Knights of the Holy Rose Sanctum. You blame it on old age? Well, you know, unfortunately, I'm only 37, but I can blame it on schizophrenia. Woo! Excuse me on that one. That's from quitting smoking. Orioles or Yankees? You know, I'm not a baseball fan, Bubba. Thank you for asking. If I had to go with anybody, I'd go with the most popular team that I can think of, which is the Yankees. But to be honest, man, I watch something called HEMA, which is historical European martial arts, which is where people actually go out in real armor with real swords and they fight each other. And they do it the real way that they used to back in the day. The only difference is they're not trying to kill each other. They have dull weapons with no point. Thank you. Thank you very much, amazing Amanda. I respect, but Oriole for life. I got you, Bay Area. Free walking sticks with the purchase of a t-shirt when we reach 500 subs. Only the first 500 subs. You know, you got to tell me what sub number you were. And I'm going to keep up with it. I'm going to hold you guys to being honest. Okay? You know, because that's what the Knights of Holy Rose Sanctum are all about. Being pure, being honest, being good, being respectful. Oh, you love Tai Chi. Nice. I do Viking combat. I already said I'd give you a shout out, I love, but I'm not finishing out that sentence. 502. Wow. In less than 2 months. Keep going at it, girl. That's rocking some serious coin there. Because you see, man, I hit 102 subs in like my first month and a half. Now I'm at 480 something. And to be honest, that's been in since January 17th is when I started my channel. And the fact that you're already at 502 means you rocking it better than me. So you keep it up there, amazing Amanda. 480th, but I honestly don't recall. I do my own thing on here, though. I'm different and unique. Amazing Amanda, that is what this group is all about. We want unique people. We want diversity. You know, we welcome everybody. It doesn't matter your gender. It doesn't matter your, you know, doesn't matter your gender, doesn't matter your beliefs, doesn't matter your religion. Sorry, I got a message, guys, and it threw my train of thought off. Thank you, Demi. How you doing? I'm so glad you can make it too. Yeah, she's Wiccan. I'm actually called an Asatru, which is the Norse Viking faith. That's what I follow. The beard is actually religious. The hammer around my neck is religious. So that's why I train in the sword and the axe. Oh yeah, she's right. And you see, I even have this axe right here, which for people who decide to be trolls, I call this troll's bait. And when you misbehave, I give you one warning with it. The second warning, and I bring this axe down, that means you cut out of the chat. Only for 24 hours. Thank you, amazing Amanda. And yeah, I love Troll's Bane. I bought the head, but I put the handle on myself. Even did the wrapping myself. And the one that I made on my own, however, is this one right here. I made this by myself. I borrowed a friend of mine's forge one day who has a charcoal forge, and he taught me how to make a sword. And this was my first sword. It's made out of spring steel. It's not sharp. It's for training, and I love it. Awesome sword for me. Oh, I do have a smaller sword too. That's the short sword I made. And yes, that's Damascus steel. But that's my short sword. Thank you. What's up, Nick? How you doing, brother? Oh, don't worry about it, Nick. That life happens, brother. Things go wrong. If you guys will give me just a second, let me message somebody real fast. Hold on. I'm sorry about that, guys. I had to take and check on my girlfriend. She's a little bit upset because she thinks that somebody is trying to hit on me on here, and I'm trying to make sure she's okay. So I'm sorry I had to leave for a second, but the message was kind of important. I put family ahead of everything else, guys, and my Jen is my family. I love her so much. When you move in with Mama Jen, you can purchase a small plot of land and craft a primitive blacksmith forge. That's actually what I'm planning on doing eventually. But we're not going to worry about building an old school cabin. We're just going to live here in the RV. It's easy to clean. It's nice. It's more roomy than you'd think. And we're just going to park this out here, put septic tank, put a power pole, and call it even. Oh, I know she won't. I know you won't, Foxy. She's just a little worried. She's already out of the chat. But she'll be all right, guys. I'll take care of her here in just a little bit and make sure she's okay. But yeah, amazing Amanda. Thank you so much for saying hit the like button. Guys, if you're new here, hit the like, subscribe, and bell icon. And it would be amazing if you would join the Knights. It would be incredible to have 500 viewers by the end of the month. That is the goal. By the end of this month, I want to have 500 or more subscribers. And the reason being is because, oh, welcome back, Red. The other Gage. But I would like to have 500 Knights by the end of the month. And the reason being is so we can start our merchandise store, we can get our charity up and running, and we can start dividing the chapters up out of the Knights of the Holy Rose Sanctum. And each chapter is going to have its own charity it deals with, and it all follows under the Knights. And guys, some places have already figured out what they're going to do. Like Flying 90 has decided he's going to do an athletic charity. So we're working on figuring out how hard it's going to be to donate to the Special Olympics so those kids can have some fun. You know, it's always good to try to help out those guys, man. Yeah, thank you, Redneck. Thank you so much. You know, I just look old. I just look it because a hard life can do that to you guys. You know, the harder you work, the more you push yourself. And the more you struggle in life, the more it ages you. It really does. So I got confused for my girlfriend's father this morning. You know, it was so nice that you can do a video with your daughter. And I'm like, dude, that's my girlfriend. But he totally thought that that was my daughter. So, you know, it's no big deal that I've been confused for being old. You know, in fact, the whole thing about it, the reason why I don't take it as offense, you look like Post Malone. Let's see. Who dares forsake the round table? FYI, even though we spread joy and kindness, my chapter takes up for the week by any means. We are midnight madness. We purge at midnight. Oh, yeah, man. That's the leader of the Amethyst chapter, Davey. And he's one of our most serious members. He really takes this charity and the belief that we have of peace, love, and unity for this channel really to heart. And I love him to death for it. He's one of my best knights. Welcome, Jackson. How you doing? What's up, Ethan? I want to make a charity for the lonely pandemic for men. You know, that is a very honorable thing. But a charity for men's rights and men's mental health would actually help with that. And the reason being is because a lot of men can't get treatment, or they don't get treatment because they're afraid to. So finding a way to reach out to those people is always the best way. And I'm doing fine, Sans. Thank you very much for asking. Welcome into the group. How are you? You know, it's always great to hear from new people. So yeah, guys, we're hitting 30 minutes here in just a little bit. It's always so awesome to have everybody here. We've got so many new people that are showing up. You know, I couldn't ask for a better audience, guys. And y'all are all amazing for sure. And guys, I want to say personally, I do apologize for the way the morning training video turned out. I was not happy with it. I've got to learn how to edit, and I've got to better position my camera or have a camera person, you know, to actually record it, because I was trying not to be moving all over the place, which is how I normally do it. It was very hard for me to train normally standing in one spot, trying to just move my foot around whenever there was crawfish mounds in my way. I almost tripped a couple times, you know, but guys, we got it out. We're going to do some more. I got an idea. So we're going to train in a bit of a different spot next time. But anyway, guys, it's amazing to have all y'all here. We got 12 people in here. We got 7 likes. If you're new to the show, please like and subscribe. We're all about peace, joy, and unity around the world in here. Doesn't matter who you are, where you're from, what religion you worship. It only matters if you want to be respectful and kind and learn some things. Because we like to speak wisdom here. We like to speak kindness. We like to speak blah, 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 blah. We like to speak chivalry here. You know, that's what I was trying to get out. Good Lord, man. Sometimes your brain works faster than your tongue. So yeah, this is Afternoon Hangout. Feel free to drop in whatever kind of question or comment you want. Just remember, if you get rude, we have Trollsbane here, and he cuts out trolls. So don't be rude. That's all I ask, guys. Other than that, feel free to ask any question you wish about me, about the channel. or anything you want to know, because I'm an open book. You know, we had quite a few new people show up today. That was awesome. We had a great morning mojo. So that was always good. You know, we're missing my Jen right now because she's trying to recover, but she'll be right back. You know, guys, I'm so happy with how this is working out. You know, when I first started this, I thought it was going to take me like a year to get even close to 200. And you guys surprised me. And here it is, merely a two months after I started, and I'm almost at 500 people, guys. You know, and I'm almost opening up a merchandise store, you know, because you guys are actually asking for things. And I love how interactive you guys can be a lot of times. You know, right now there's nobody talking, which is why I'm just rambling on. But, you know, what I'm rambling on about is truth. What I'm talking about is how much y'all are appreciated, how much I want y'all to come back to my channel, you know, because I want to meet new people. I want to talk to new people. So come on in. Flying 90. What's up, bro? How you doing, man? Oh, dude. Chat might be broken or frozen. No, I'm starting to get people now. 10 more subs and I go live. Yeah, there you go, Davey. You know, definitely. Did I hit the, I don't think I hit the bell icon, but I'm pretty sure I'm subscribed to you. How you doing, Gav? I'll just say Gav. How you doing, Gav? Welcome to the show. We're hit 32 minutes, so we've got a little bit under a half an hour left for the show. You know, guys, it's, oh yeah, like and subscribe, guys. Thank you, Foxy. You know, we're trying to hit 20 likes before the end of the show, which even if you don't stay and watch, just hit the like button anyway, guys. It doesn't hurt anything. It just helps the algorithm out for me. You know, goal is 500 subs. Yes, Foxy is totally correct. See you at 1 p.m. PST for our poker game. Ooh. Somebody's dishing out some cash tonight. As long as it's not strip poker, I'll watch, because the last thing I want to see is them little bird legs. I'm messing with you, bro. You know, me and Flying 90 go back probably to almost the beginning of my show, and he's also one of my very best friends. New here. Where are you from? I'm from Southeast Texas, and thank you for showing up and saying something. Getting by Witchy. You know, I believe that's how you say it. Week or two before Super Bowl, if I can remember correctly. Yeah, it was like a week or two before the Super Bowl. Maybe 3. But yeah, it wasn't that long ago. You know, it is what's kind of funny, and we've become some seriously good friends ever since. You know, we have a lot of similar upbringing and everything. Yes, another witch in the chat. It's always good to have pagans here. You know, I love all religions. I believe almost all of them have merit, except for the Anton LaVey Black Church of Satan crap. He did that just to spit in the face of the Vatican. So I don't believe in that church. But as far as like all other religions, come on in, guys, say hi. You know, if you're Muslim, assalamu alaikum. If you're Hindi, namaste. If you're Jewish, well, shalom. You know, how you doing? If you're Buddhist, bless you. You know, come on in, guys. Take your shoes off. Stay a while. Which, guys, I was hoping I did this right, and that binding held really well up with all that swinging today. What's up, Purple? How you doing? You know, how you doing, brother? But yeah, we got 16 people in here. We got 8 likes. Let's try to get another 14 more, or not 14 more likes, 12 more likes. and that'll make the rest of the show. Like I said, guys, even if you don't stay, just hit the like button so that way it helps me with the algorithm. And that's all I ask. You know, even if you subscribe, you don't have to actually watch the show. You know, just give me a hand, everybody. That way I can give the world a hand. You know, that's all I'm asking, because that's what we try to do. We try to help everybody in the world out. That's what the Knights of the Holy Rose Sanctum is. That's why we have chapters, because each chapter has its own charity to take care of. That way we can help out everybody. Yep, just 10 more to go. And we're at 35 minutes, so we got 25 minutes left on the show. Anyway, guys, it's been an incredible adventure, like I always say. And we just keep growing bigger. Dixie wrecked. I don't know what you mean by that one. Thank you, Foxy, for keeping up with everything. But yeah, guys, the world is changing for the worst, but we're trying to change it for the better. You know, let's start new movements. The little random acts of kindness. Just go around and do something simple. You know, visit a nursing home if you're young. You know, visit a nursing home. Go talk to them old folks. You'll make their day, I promise you. You know, clean up a beach. Clean up a park. You know, help out with something, guys. Do those random acts of kindness. Post them, you know, and let's make a movement happen. Let's do something that makes the world care again. I got sunburned when it was cold. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Sean. Sean Felicis. But I hate to hear that, Bubba. You know, sunburns suck. You get them a lot out here in Southeast Texas. Yeah, soak it in cider. That is for sure. Soak it in some apple cider vinegar, and it'll actually draw out the burn. You know, also, if you can, apply some aloe vera to it. That'll help out a lot too. Greetings from Turkey, from Kapandi. You know, hey, what's up, man? I get a few Turkish people in here. How you doing? Or pickle juice worst. I didn't know about pickle juice, but we always had aloe vera or apple cider vinegar. I like using that green stuff from Walmart. Works like a champ. I'll have to look into what you're talking about, Bubba. Thank you, Kabadi. You know, or Kapandi. Buster Hyman. Wow, really? Purple Zombie? Come on, bro. You can't do that kind of stuff or I'll cut you out. You know I will. But anyway, guys, we're approaching the last 22 minutes. And I always love talking to you guys. I'm sorry I can only do an hour. But I have great news. A friend of mine has a computer, a laptop to be precise, that he just wants to get rid of. So he's willing to sell it to me for $50. And guys, it's up to date. You know, so it's not a bad laptop. And I'll be able to edit videos, make longer videos, and be able to do a little bit of specialty things here and there for you guys. You know, maybe even throw in a little bit of music here and there for my clips. And I hope that you guys will enjoy it. We've got fishing season coming up. That's always fun. We got a couple of people that want to do live videos with us. One is known as Primary Healer. She wishes to do a live video with me. I'm still working on trying to get Miss Chloe Roma to do a live video with me. I tried talking to her on her live today, but it was so difficult because it was so many people, you know, and she was kind of working on her own thing at the moment. So it was rather difficult to speak with her. But I would enjoy finally getting to have an interview with her, you know. So if you guys can help me out as my viewers, as my fans, try to contact Miss Chloe Roma and get her to agree, you know, because I would love to do an interview with her. You guys don't understand. In 2019, my second wife cheated on me and left me for another man. And we lived in the same household. It was communal living. So I had to deal with seeing them happy every day. So when my schizophrenia kicked in really bad, I attempted suicide, guys. Almost. If it wouldn't have been for me finding Chloe Roma's videos and listening to them and listening to her advocate for men's health, guys, I wouldn't be here. So I would really love to have an interview with this woman, you know. So if y'all can get in contact with her, see if y'all can get her convinced to come over here and talk with us, you know. But guys, we are at the last 20 minutes. So let's see. Does anybody else have anything to say? You know, does anybody want to chime in, say hello? If you're new, please like and subscribe, hit the bell icon. We can always use more nights. We're trying to get 500 subs before the end of the month. And we're pretty close, guys. We're actually really, really close. So I hope you'll join us on our journey. And I hope you'll like and subscribe. So guys, we're all about helping people. We're all about positivity, unity, and teaching old school wisdom, morality, and modesty. You know, we teach chivalry around here, basically. And it's because these are things that the world is seriously lacking. They're things that are gone. And we need to bring them back. The old school ways were not that bad, you know, so bringing them back and teaching the younger generation, you know, that just means they learn from history. They learn from their ancestry. They learn how to take care of themselves and be self-reliant if anything ever happens. They won't need lights. They won't need water. They won't need power. They won't need a grocery store because they'll know what to do, guys. And that's what my channel's all about. Teaching peace, love, and unity while teaching how to live off the land. You know, I'm a hunter, I'm a fisher, I'm a blacksmith, I'm a bushcrafter. You know, I do a lot of things, guys. And it's because I am retired. I am a mentally disabled American. I have schizophrenia, but I do not let that stop me at all. Pilgrim life was the best, bro. I wouldn't say it was the best era because there was a lot of struggle and strife going on. But the 1800s isn't a bad thing to go off of. Mostly, I like living off the lands like the Indians did. You know, hunting for what you need, gathering what you need, fishing for what you need. You know, growing what you can't harvest. Free food for real, yeah. That's definitely the shtick. You know, I got a 12-gauge shotgun sitting in there in storage in my house here in my RV. Just waiting for hunting season to open up, guys. You know, I call it Hog Buster because boy, does it blow them away, you know, and I will be doing hunting videos with you guys. Little House on the Prairie was the life. Yes, I do agree with you. Little House on the Prairie is very similar to how I would how you would say I would live, or how I have lived, actually. I was homeless for 6 years. And that was the way I took care of myself. I lived off the land, off the Nature's River here in Southeast Texas. And wasn't easy. I did go hungry a few times, but I figured it out. And honestly, when you live that lifestyle, though, sometimes you got to do stuff that makes you go, food would be free today if you could probably properly farm plants and animals. Yes, I like that. I like the medieval era, but too much torture. I agree with you there too. My personal favorite era is the Viking era. And it was because the Vikings and Norse actually took really good care of themselves, their family, and their people, even their slaves. They took really great care of their slaves. Their slaves were even able to earn their freedom. So, and I do mean true freedom, you know, and guys, they were not as barbaric as we make them out to be. The raiders were, but the whole culture, no, they weren't that barbaric. What's up, Roach? How you doing? Hey, Leah, how you doing? You know, we're just sitting here chilling. We got 15 minutes left. So we all doing good. What's up, Monkey D. Luffy? Keeping it stretchy? Just chilling. That's always good to hear. You messaged me on Discord, Roach. Yeah, it's on there. I've got to go check it out. To be fair, I am running around like a chicken with my head cut off today. I just decided to take a break to do my 2 o'clock show, and then I'll get right back on to answering all the different messages that have showed up. Mythology era. Playing Call of Duty. All right. Name a car for an edit. The 1962 Shelby Cobra. Candy Apple Red. V8. So there you go. The Raiders and the blank were a sub-variant of Vikings that lived on bad soil and couldn't grow food but refused to move, so they raided other countries. Yes, you are correct. However, all Vikings, even the ones that lived on fertile land, did raid. Now, the ones that they usually raided were the Russians. And it was because the Russians and the Scandinavians have always kind of not got along. So they really didn't get along back then. So they raided their enemies, people who raided them too. You know, so that was how it worked back then. It wasn't until the attack on Linden's farm where Ragnar Lothbrok went on ahead and attacked a brand new continent that the brutality of the Vikings and the brutality of the North became known. Because before that, the only account of the Norse folk were from an Arabic man and from a Roman Empire general who tried to travel as far north in Europe as he could until he ran into the Norse folk. And they wiped out his itty-bitty little Roman army. They wiped them out. And the biggest maneuver they had was the dual spear throw. They would run into combat and throw 2 spears at once. And if you got 60 people, that's 120 spears coming down. The phalanx squad couldn't hold up. The shields were not built to withstand that. They were only built to withstand arrows. So it completely decimated the phalanx squad. And then the Blitzkrieg came running in and destroyed them after that. So, yeah. Now, the most brutal of the Vikings, yes, they lived on bad soil, couldn't really grow much. You know, couldn't really keep much food, couldn't raise much. So, yeah, they were just straight up raiders. We'll bring back the raiding, but for good and protection. So beware when you hear and see the black and purple. Oh, yeah, dude. I think a lot of soldiers would do good in your chapter, brother. So I'd like to recruit a lot of our veterans that are in our group to the chapter of the Purple Rose or the chapter of the Amethyst Rose. Preferred weapon is a spear. Second is a Morning Star. Oh, you're talking about a Morning Star flail. Yeah, I've used those before. Problem with those is you got to keep that momentum going and you got to keep them spinning. Because as soon as you stop, you better bury it into the ground. Because if you don't, it's going to bury into your shin or your arm. I learned that the hard way. Yeah, that was a tough one to explain to Mom. How I made a Morning Star flail mace myself and hit myself with it. Yeah, that was difficult to explain to my mama. But as far as a mace goes, my preferred mace is a long-handled, small-headed mace. The reason being is because this is super lightweight. It's very maneuverable, you know, and you can really cause some damage with that little head. You know, this is Thugbreaker. I had this with me up in Ohio, and believe it or not, the cops started calling me Sir Pimp Stick when I started carrying this around because I got attacked a lot because I lived in the hood and I was a white boy. So the BLM movement was big back then, so I got attacked a lot for being white. And I defended myself all the time with it. And yeah, it's a monk's weapon. You're right. And what's up, Leno? How you doing? But yeah, you are absolutely right. This is a monk's weapon, but it functions really well. And also, there is no laws against carrying this. You can carry this in every single state. There is zero laws against it, as far as I know. And that's why it's my self-defense tool. So, love it. My vendor that I am talking to wants to start on my flags and merch. Everyone who joins my chapter will be branded and flagged. Got you, man. Thank you for loving the staffs. Trying to think of a welcome package. We're gonna try to look into getting authentic papers printed out that says you're an official member of the Knights of the Holy Rose Sanctum, and we might just you know what, we'll talk about it, Davey. We'll talk about it for sure. Oh, Frost is not a mod. Where is Frost? I thought he showed up. Oh yeah, it is a monk's weapon. Onyx Storm is a good book. Oh, okay. I've never read that one. Yeah. Thank you, Davey. We'll talk about that in a little while. Right now, we only got 9 minutes, and there's way too much to get into on that. And I got to go check on my friend here after we get done. Anyhow, guys, I do have to say, as always, thank you guys. Please, if you're new, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. It really helps beat that algorithm. And even if you don't want to watch the show, just do it anyway, guys, just to be nice, because we are trying to help save the world, in a way, the best way we can. So I hope you'll come join us for this journey. Yeah. You should make homemade Nordic rune stones. I've actually thought about making some rune stones. I've got some sketch designs, but hold on. I've got something to show you there, Foxy. This is a bag I made out of elk hide. Now, in this bag is elk bone runes. Well, that runes this way, but that's Teowas. These are elk bone runes that I made myself. This is skin from the same elk. So I actually do make rune sets, and I've got to get the right tool again. I need another Dremel because I burned mine out, guys. I used it so much I burned out the motor. But yeah, I do make rune sets, and they will come with little bags. That might be something you could pass out there, Davey. Mine's prettier, right, and longer. Yeah, yours is definitely a righteous beard, Davey, man. That is definitely cool. I've only been growing mine for 2 years, and my niece likes to yank on mine. No, I know you're not competing, brother. See you later, Sean. Nice to see you. Nice to have you here. You should check out Davey's channel. I know he posts great bids there, Leno. He really does. I'll send you a drill. Send me your Amazon wish list. All right. Thank you, Foxy. Dremel, not drill. Dremel. Hello there, Eddie. How you doing? Shuck, what's your problem? What's your problem, my Shuck? Huh? What's wrong, baby? My dog is bugging me. What do you want? You need to go potty? Hold on just a second, guys. I got to go open the front door. Come on, boy. There, go potty. All right. Sorry about that. But when the dog's got to go, he's got to go. You know what I mean? We got 5 minutes left. Can you say hi to me? Oh, I did, Eddie. Welcome into the chat, man. Sorry I had to disappear for a second. But guys, we got 9 people and 12 likes. Let's see if we can get just 8 more likes, guys, before the end of the show, which is 5 minutes. If we can get 8 more likes, that'd be an amazing thing. Hell, if we get 3 more likes, that'll be awesome. People often want shout outs because a lot of streamers are pre-recorded. I got you. I didn't know that. And you see, I only have a cell phone, guys. The only thing I can do is go live through YouTube. I don't know any other systems on how to use them. I literally got my first piece of internet-based technology, which is this cell phone, a week before I started YouTube. What kind of breed is your dog? My dog is actually a black lab mix. He's got black lab, pit bull, ridgeback cur, black mouth cur, and Irish setter in him. That's why they want you to say their names, if not to troll you into saying an inappropriate name. Oh, I know that, Foxy. I'm learning that one. Because this is a good show, guys. They're good people. Thank you. Thank you so much, Leah. We always want returning folks. It's always a great thing to have people that actually, believe in you and believe in your cause. Especially whenever it's a cause that most people would just be like, why? Because they're like, why don't you just make money? Guys, it's because I don't care about money. I don't care. I got the money I need to survive off of. Yeah, my merchandise store is going to make me a little extra. But you know what? Majority of the merchandise store is going to go into merchandise, guys. That's just how it works. You do 50% into what your business needs. You do 20% into savings, and you do 30% into what you want, which I'm going to do 30% into savings and 20% into what I want. It's called the 50-30-20 rule. Let's see. Oh, yes, always doing final thoughts tonight, which tonight's final thoughts, guys, is going to be over resilience. Not a lot of people have it anymore. Not so robust anymore. But I'm telling you what, guys, swinging around that sword first thing in the morning, I know that didn't seem like much. I know a lot of you guys could just outpace me in it. But with my injuries and my shoulder and my nerve damage, that caused a lot of pain. That little bit of a workout, actually wrecked me for a minute. I had to come inside, take a few ibuprofen, and go to work. But it's because I slept bad last night. Oh, thank you. I don't know if Jin's still in here. Yes, and it will be at 9 o'clock Central American time. Oh, I'm doing good. Foxy, I don't think Jin's in here. I'll be riding off. Remember, the stars are for the skies, and one day I hope to be the next Orion. If I understand you, brother Davey, I got you, man. Oh, I know, Foxy, that y'all miss her. She's not doing too well right now, which I've got to get off of here real soon. Like, we're in the last minute, and I've got to make sure that she feels a lot better. But anyway, guys, it's that time. We're in the last few seconds of the show. So as always, thank all my viewers for showing up, all my return viewers especially. If you're new, please like and subscribe. Hit the bell icon. I make videos every day. I make multiple videos every day, actually. Come catch us for Morning Mojo, Afternoon Hangouts, and Final Thoughts. Come join the nights. You'll be surprised how many people you'll find that accept you. So, guys, remember, See you later. And love your mama, love your papa, love yourself. Be kind and always find a help. Always find a way to help. Let me try that again. Love your mama, love your papa, love yourself. Be kind and always find a way to help. Blah. But see you from the swamp and later from a gator.